What's up, everyone? Thanks for checking into CooperCruises. My name is Coop. Right now I am on the Carnival Liberty, but I want to give you a review about the Carnival Pride, a ship that I sailed on just a week ago. I told myself I need to do this review before I get started on this next cruise. So I took a few notes and I'm going to give you everything that I got. Starting with the embarkation. It was a super easy process. I came with no luggage tags. I came without a boarding pass printed out. I told myself, who has a printer these days? I feel like I'll be okay. Little reckless, but it worked out. I was told to go up the escalator, hey, wait over here, and someone printed out my boarding pass on a little mini computer, and I'm able to walk around. They scan my muster station, they see my face and my barcode. Everything is there. So you don't need to do that. It took about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to get through the whole process. I showed proof of my vaccination status. I showed proof of my negative COVID test as well. If you're vaccinated 3 days prior to sailing, you have to take a COVID test. If you're unvaccinated, 2 days prior. And I think that's reasonable enough. So after embarkation, I went straight to my muster station, and it took less than a minute. The guy shows you how to put on a life vest, and then you're out of there. You're free to do whatever you want. The rooms were open at about 1 o'clock. They say the staterooms are going to be ready at 1:30. I got to my room at about 1, so not bad. There were several bars, maybe 6 or 7 different bars that you could go to on the ship. And we'll start up top at the Lido deck. There were a couple bars on Lido. I think the Red Frog Rum Bar was the main, and there was another one up there. But a couple places on Lido deck that you can get cocktails. And it seemed to be an age group for everyone. I'm talking ages 5 to however old we can live. Everyone is welcome to the Lido deck, and there's a little bit of lounging, a little bit of pool, a little bit of hot tub, a little bit of sunbathing, a little bit for everybody up on Lido. There's always activities on Lido. There's either a DJ, there's like an organized dance party, like there was like an 80s night one time. We even did some line dancing. It was really fun. And there's also a Serenity bar. Okay, so when you're up on Lido, you go all the way to the back, and there's a Serenity deck, not a bar, Serenity deck for 21 and over. And it sounds cool, but it's exactly what it is. It's Serenity. It's quiet. It's chill. If you want to read, if you want to get away from any kind of noise, that's a perfect place to go. There was also a piano bar. Unfortunately, I did not go to the piano bar. I will make an effort to go to the piano bar on this cruise. It's always good vibes. It just never ever crossed my path of wanting to go there. There was another bar called, I think it was either the Red Frog Pub or the Red Frog Rum Bar. One of those, but it was on one of the lower levels, I think deck 2, and they had karaoke there. There was live music there, all different types of musicians, not just a guitar player. There was like a band that played there as well, and there was like a duo there as well too. The vibes were great. I think as far as the age group goes, it was for everyone. If you're in your 20s, 30s, or higher, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, it's good for everyone. I think that the environment there, the lounge, the bar is really big. There's a lot of seating. There's a really big bar, and there's multiple bartenders. I think I guess other places had multiple bartenders too, but this place moved really fast. The energy was always pretty amped up there, talking from karaoke to the live music. So I really found myself hanging there several times during the trip. There's the infamous Alchemy Bar, the Alchemy Bar where they make tons of specialty cocktails. I think I only enjoyed one cocktail there this entire trip, and I just wasn't a fan of the ambiance there. It was just a little bit too quiet. I guess it was like a Serenity deck with live music in a way. I just like a little more engagement, possibility of dancing, possibilities of going woo something, but at the Alchemy Bar, it was real chill. So, like the Serenity deck, if you want to come here and chill, Alchemy Bar. If you want to come here and party, when I say here, when you want to come to the Carnival Pride and party, go to the Red Frog Pub. There was a sports deck bar, what do they call it? A skybox sports bar. And I hung in there once or twice with a couple people. Unfortunately, they couldn't change the channel. So we couldn't get TNT. We wanted to watch some ball. But they still had ESPN. They still had plenty enough. And there were tons of TVs. It was a sports bar. Big TV, small TV, small TV. Signed jerseys. The lounge seating, the couches were really comfortable. And it was right next to the casino. So there just wasn't a lot of traffic in there. It was a really good place to chill. But I just didn't go there much. I don't know why, but it was really cool. I guess I didn't go there because you kind of have to go out of your way to get there, and then it's just you. And when you're traveling by yourself, well, it's already just me. You want to kind of go where the action is, or at least I do. As far as the entertainment goes, the production show, so the singing and dancing, the actual carnival team that puts on the shows, I think, almost every night that we're here, they were really, really fantastic. I saw them the very first night on the Welcome Aboard show, and it was, they're good. They're really good. They can sing, they can dance, they can deliver. They're engaged with the crowd. They smile. You can see the emotion. It's not, like a flat choreography going through the motions. They're very engaged. I also went on the fourth or fifth night. They had a Motown themed night, and it was amazing. I mean, I don't have really any criticism. I'll just go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10 because the singing was great, the dancing was great, and I'm not a professional singer or dancer, and they didn't make any clear mistakes. Like, they were really, really good. So, I mean, kudos to the Carnival Pride team. I'm at a loss of words. They're awesome. I did not attend any of the comedy shows. When I come on a cruise, I don't come here for the comedy. I want to do anything else because I can get that anywhere. Now, what I will say is the folks that I talked to about the comedy said that the 18 and older, the late night comedy show, the guy was ruthless, hilariously ruthless. He would even say, hey, no one is safe here. Everybody can get clowned. So take that as a warning. If you're the type that likes to sit in the front row, just be ready. You might get picked on. I did go to the nightclub every single night, and the nightclub is basically what the passengers make it. If people don't want to dance, then people aren't going to dance. It's just kind of how it is. There were nights where it was just hit or miss. The DJ at the dance club, he was good. The only criticism I had about him was he would sometimes bleed into verse 3. And if you're in a club dancing, how many verse 3s do you like? It's verse 1 and you gotta switch it up. If verse 2 has like a feature, you can keep that in for a while, but verse 3, come on, it's like, we gotta keep this going here. So that's my only criticism. He did say that the ship was sailing to Barcelona right after us, so he was working on more of a Euro mix. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here and say he was experimenting with that. But just generally speaking, I didn't like the verse 3 vibes. Oh, we're moving. As far as the live music goes, there were several guitar players. Now that I think about it, there was 2 guys. I think that Buck and Oz. They were really good singing guitar, a little bit of rock, a little bit of country, pop. Super talented. There was also a solo guitarist who can just shred. I apologize, I can't remember his name, but I only got to see like half a set of his, and I really, really regret that because, man, he was killing it every time I walked by, and I was always doing something else, and I couldn't actually sit and enjoy. There was another couple from Australia who would play. I saw them in the Alchemy Bar a couple times, and like I said earlier about the Alchemy Bar, it's really laid back there, so there was none of that big pop. I didn't have that huge energy whenever I walked by and they were playing. Now they were really good. They can sing, and they were talented, and they could play very well. Singing in key is a real thing. Just not my vibe. I did go to the gym 5 days when I was there. Lots of cardio machines. There's treadmills, there's ellipticals, there's bikes, there's rowing machines, plenty of cardio. And as far as the weightlifting goes, there's one machine for every body part. And then there's a nice set of dumbbells and 2 benches. So it wasn't a huge weightlifting space, and there was a time or two where it got a little crowded when 7 or 8 people get up there and there's 12 machines and a set of dumbbells, you're kind of just going at it. Always check your final bill. I met a couple here, Hector and Paula, shout out if you're ever watching this. I saw their bill and they got charged for things that they didn't purchase. It was like an extra $100 charge, I think, that was on there. So it's human error. You know, don't get all bent out of shape. Just go up there and present your case. And I haven't heard anyone having issues with getting their money back, as long as you're not making up a story. They have been really good. Guest services treated me well, and I saw them treat others well too. Another thing, the spa. The spa looked amazing. I did get acupuncture. If you all did see that video, it was cool. I'll go ahead and link that in the description below. But there were, you can get facials, you can get massages. They had things where you can get stains out of your shirt. It was an awesome place. I didn't get to look into the steam room or sauna, but that was available too. The food. I think the food was a solid 8 out of 10. I'm not a foodie. Okay, now there's people who complained about the food on Carnival. They said it wasn't that good. The French toast wasn't that good. I did have a bowl of rice that wasn't so good. But whenever I went to the main dining room, which was every single night, I had a really great dinner. And it was probably one of the highlights of my trip. Disembarkation was very easy. You can either put your luggage out the night before. I think it has to be packed up by 10 o'clock. Or you could just carry it off yourself. I partied the entire last night, so I didn't pack until like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I just carried my luggage right off. Now there is a breakfast on the Lido deck, I think from 6 to 9 a.m., but they want you out of your room no later than 8 a.m., and they want you off the ship no later than 9 a.m. The Carnival Pride is in Barcelona right now. By the time you're seeing this video, it's in Barcelona, and they're staying in Europe for 6 months. When they do come back to the US, I'm not sure if they're docking at Tampa. If they do, I'm definitely going to visit again. See you on my next ship.